We got Austin Fager from Washburn Rural High School, teammates with Tank Preacher. His team was also state champions. He was first this year, first last year, was a state qualifier as a sophomore, kind of banged up those years. Austin Fager actually went to high school with his dad.
Well, we got Hernandez steps over on that bridge, puts him on his back before he can even introduce him. He's got him to his back.
Oh, that's big. 5
and
points
that
off
was
the
Paul
game.
Hernandez at Oak Park High School, state champ this past year, third as a junior. Greco State first place. This is at Oak Park High School. Great jump under from Fager. Hernandez capitalizes and steps over. Hernandez coming out of Oak Park High School. They had Gary Bayad, kind of the legendary Missouri coach, is back in Missouri, back at Oak Park. So you know that as soon as guy goes duck under on Hernandez, he's going to feed some Greco hits, and we're going to see some of that.
Hit that little neck whip. I'll tell you,
there's a nice slide by.
And the fact that Fager was able to get out of that was something to be said, because man, he hit him hard.
Absolutely.
And you know, right now Fager's down 7-1. It's at this point you don't panic. You know, start chipping away. There's plenty of time left to start chipping away and getting back in the match. But if you start going big and in a position to where you're going to give up points, it's not gonna end well.
No, absolutely. But if you're Hernandez, the biggest thing you got to do is you got to keep adding them up. You got to put your foot on the gas here.
Absolutely, keep that gas.
He gave you 5. At this point, you need to go get 5 of your own.
Nice
double leg. The hips of Hernandez are unable to stop it.
I'll tell you, that was a nice double.
As you said it, Fager's starting to chip away. Fager's power halving. One at a time.
No back point, but you know what? That certainly changed the momentum. I mean, Fager gets it with that double.
Great, just freight train double. Changes his direction there a little bit, redirects with his hands.
I'll tell you, I thought they were coming our way, and I was getting ready to back up a little bit.
Yeah, we're starting to get to the size where the table's not as tough as it used to be.
Right. You know, and if you look at Fager's his body language, man, that was a big moral boost for him.
Now this is where and there's new fall for Fager. Fager just took the lead.
And he gets 2 near fall as well out of that.
7-8.
And you know,
I assume that Hernandez chose neutral. When he got to that wizard position, so I've talked to Hernandez, and Hernandez actually started with judo before wrestling, so he's got a little bit of a judo background. So as soon as he went to that wizard position, I could tell he was feeling that kind of a nice judo kick position, but ultimately was unable to get that one.
And the thing is, if you know, keeping that momentum going is so important. You know, Hernandez kind of pulled the trigger, slowed down the trigger from getting that first 5-point lead. And, you know, once Fager got that first double leg, his attitude went way up, and now he's kind of continuing to try and score points, and he's actually trying. It looks like he's trying to go for the pin now.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. Fager started to really swing this around, and although both guys are in great condition, the idea that momentum can change conditioning is a really big deal. And now there's a stall call against Hernandez on bottom, 25 seconds left. We got another boot in there for Fager.
And with 13 seconds left, you know, Fager's just kind of been pretty brutal on top. He's getting those legs in.
Another power half. Hernandez takes a peek at the clock, tries to understand where it's at. Up Fager. And Hernandez is going to cut him.
And it's probably smart for Hernandez, you know?
Probably is. I mean, he's probably not going to turn him. So Hernandez needs to go neutral. A takedown ties it. Now here we go again. He gets caught. These upper body ties, I would have said at the beginning of the match, would have favored Hernandez. But Fager's proven that those upper body ties might favor him instead.
You know, and the thing is
there's another
Fager.
duck. There's a good single. Almost goes cradle there as Fager. Switch position. There's a takedown there for Hernandez. Ties it up. Got a leg hook. Might keep it for a Turk position.
But he's got that wing.
Arm across. At this point, a decision has to be made. And Couch Low is calling for Hernandez to cut. We'll see what happens. Fager bases up. Oh, here's where we get a little bit of trickiness. Hey, Hernandez needs to cut, and he needs to get after it. Down by 1.
And you know, if you look at the physique of these two guys, they look almost identical.
They really do. It's very interesting because it's kind of almost the same kind of individual. Great double leg there by Fager. He goes body lock.
And you know, Fager in the offseason works out over at the Blue Thunder Club with Travis McBurney.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Who saw that foot sweep? That foot sweep was filthy! Get that man a broom! Get him a broom!
And Fager needs to work from here.
No near fall, but takes the lead 11-10.
That was nice.
Put that on the highlight film. Get him a broom. That's a sweep. My goodness.
Fager's down by 1, 14 seconds. He's got to get to his feet.
We got 14 seconds to go. 1-point match.
Fager's covering his ankles.
And this has got the crowd erupting. 14 seconds. Double fight right there by Hernandez. Hernandez goes claw ride. Keeping hard pressure heavy. Watch the roll. Watch the roll. Nothing yet. No. There's no. We gotta wait here. We gotta wait and watch.
I say give it 1 point and let him go again.
Oh my.
There was no control in my...
Puts me one more time. I mean, get that guy a broom. That thing is filthy.
They're going to say
That's
no
gonna be a
score.
match.